Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the first update for my project Apocalypse. I am updating it and rolling in some new products for the left part of this video. But if you didn't see my introduction, basically what I'm doing in this project is I'm working through, I think it's 21 products, so 21 lip products, and I do want to finish them up ideally this year. So quite a lot of lip products to get through, but I'm hoping that I can get through at least most of them, or like use the color at the end of the year. And then I also do randomize 10 items each month, which I want to rotate through and just have a rotation part of this project. And with those 10 items that I randomize, I do want to give a rating out of 5 just to get a better idea of my collection and what I like and just how I feel about different products. So that is basically the gist of the project. But before I jump into any of the products, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's just jump into the video. So I'm going to start with the lip items that I am panning. So the first part of the project, and I'm going to do the randomization at the end. And when I first rolled in these lipsticks, since there's so many of them, I wanted to have 5 as focus lipsticks, and then the rest I just want to use whenever I feel like having a color like that. So that's also how I structured this project in the past month, and you can definitely tell which ones I've had as my focus lip products. So we're just going to jump into the first one, and the first lipstick that I have comes from MAC, and it is in the shade Plumful. So with Plumful, I have used this 14 times in the past month, and this is how much I have left. There's definitely a little bit of progress on here, but it's still a little bit to go. I think there's definitely going to be one that's in for a few more months, but I'm happy with 14 uses. And I'm also going to go ahead and show you my movement on the progress lines, so you can see where I am with this lipstick now. Just to show you, that is the progress on Plumful. So there's a little bit of movement, but again, not too much. But I only used it 14 times, so I think that once I start using this more, I will definitely see more progress as well. But I did have a few other products that I focused even more on than this one, and that is why I haven't moved it more. But I'm happy with 14 uses, and it is a lipstick that I really enjoy, so I don't think there's going to be any issues at all to finish it this year. The next focus lipstick that I had was one of my Colourpop lipsticks in the shade Mirror Mirror. This is a really deep kind of fuchsia-ish color. It looks like this, as you can see. I do really like this, but it's quite bold and it's quite deep as well, so it's not something that I reach for very often. But I have used this 10 times in the past month, which I'm really happy with, and I actually found that I like this as a cream blush because it is bold enough that it shows up if I'm wearing it underneath my foundation, which is how I usually like doing cream blush, unless it's a really light color, because then I use it on top of my foundation. But I really like this under my foundation because it still shines through my foundation, and that's how I've been enjoying wearing it. But I also have worn it on my lips maybe 2 or 3 times, but the rest of the uses are from a cream blush, and I think I'm also going to continue using this that way. One thing that happened this month though is that the tip of this kind of broke off a little bit, and I'm trying to get a new tip, but it's still quite a stumpy tip of this, as you can see, and I'm trying to work that down. But it did break off, so I did lose a little bit of product, but it wasn't too much. So you can definitely see a little bit in the progress lines that it has gone down quite a lot, and not all of that is progress, unfortunately. I would say only like a third of what I'm going to show you is progress, and the rest is unfortunately what broke off. But I think I'm going to continue wearing this more as a cream blush, and hopefully I can move through it that way, because like I said, it is a color that I don't really gravitate to on an everyday basis. So you can see right here, that is the progress on Mirror Mirror, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of movement, and like I said, a lot of that is from the breaking off, but at least a third, if not more, is from actually using it. So hopefully I can keep up the momentum and continue having movement on this lipstick every month. The next 2 focus lipsticks are 2 of my Revlon lip butters. We have these 2 right here. The first one is Pink Truffle, and the other one is Sweet Tart, and I really like these lipsticks. The Sweet Tart one has been my focus for the last couple of days. I really enjoy this as an everyday lipstick because it's very moisturizing, and I like wearing this when I'm used at home because the color is a little bit brighter, but it's still not bright enough that it looks jarring with most of the makeup looks I do, unless I go for something really like orange tone, because this is more of a pink. But I do really like both of these. The Pink Truffle one is probably more of my favorite, but I am saving this more for when I'm going out and things like that, because it is a color that I really enjoy, and it is more of a neutral color. Pink Truffle looks like this, so you can see that it's like pinky brown, I would say. And then Sweet Tart is like I said, quite a pink shade, but it does have a little bit of warmthness to it, which is why it goes with so many makeup looks. So when it comes to uses, I have used Pink Truffle 17 times and Sweet Tart I've used 38. So like I said, that has been definitely my focus. And to show you all my progress lines, I have them right here. So that is Pink Truffle, like right there, and then that is Sweet Tart. And as you can see, I have definitely had more movement on Sweet Tart, but I still have a pretty decent movement on Pink Truffle, but that is where those two are. And I'm hoping that Sweet Tart will be the next lip product that I finish. I think that might be another 2 months, unfortunately. I was hoping to have it out maybe next month, and it would take me 2 months to use up. But just looking at the usage, I think it might be another 2 months, but that is where I am with those two lip products. Then the final focus lipstick that I had is my Chanel Rouge Coco lipstick in the shade Paradise. This one I rolled in because it didn't really have much left in it at all. I didn't even mark it on my piece of paper because there was such a little nub left. If you saw my introduction, you know what I'm talking about. And I did use this 8 times in the past month, and I have actually finished this lipstick, so it is all gone. So that is my first empty for the year, which is really exciting. And because this was one of my focus lipsticks, I am going to roll this out and roll in a new focus lipstick or lip product, and I will show you that in a second. But yeah, that is the first empty, and like I said, that was 8 uses. With the remaining ones, I'm just going to go through the ones that I haven't used first, and then we'll go through the few that I have used a couple times. So here we have all the products that I haven't used in the past month. I'm just going to go through them randomly. The first one I have is my YSL lipstick, and this is one of the Rouge Pro Couture in number 13. I haven't used this one yet. It's like an orangey red. Then we have my Chanel lipstick in one of the Rouge Aloe lipsticks in Sedisante, which is a light kind of pinky nude that I haven't used. Then we have a couple MAC lipsticks. The first one is Costa Chic, which is like an orangey frost finish. I really like that for summer, so that's what I'm saving it for. Then we have Sea Sheer, which is like a sheer kind of terracotta orange shade, which I really like, but it hasn't been the season for it right now. Then we have the shade Rebel, which, if you all know what that is, it's definitely not season appropriate either, which is why I haven't used it. We also have 2 lip butters from Revlon. We had the shade Candy Apple and Wild Watermelon. I'm just focusing on other things at the moment, which is why I haven't reached for these 2. We have 1 lip liner in the shade Prune from NYX, which is again more of a autumn color, as you can see. Then we have 2 more lip products that I haven't used, and the first one is one of my Colourpop lipsticks in the shade Sauce. Again, I'm not focusing on this at the moment. It's not the most seasonal appropriate shade, and also I'm just focusing more on the Mirror shade. And then lastly, we have a lip gloss from NYX, and this is one of the butter glosses in the shade Apple Strudel, which I'm focusing on a different lip gloss at the moment, which is why I haven't used this one. But those are the products that I haven't used, and let's just go through the ones that I have left that I've used a couple of times. So before we actually talk about the ones that I have here, I actually have a lip gloss that I can't find for the life of me. I know I used it like a couple of days ago, but it just seemed to have disappeared. I know it's somewhere, but I'm so baffled. I don't know where it's gone. That is by Clarins Instant Lip Perfector in the shade number 2. You know which one that is. I had it in several projects, or at least I think 2 projects before this. And I'm working on that. I've actually used it 30 times in the past month, and I was really excited to show you that because I know I have a lot of progress on it, but I just can't find it. I'm sure I will find it again for the next update, and if I can't, I guess I just have to consider that lost. But I know it must be somewhere in the flat because I can't remember like taking it anywhere and leaving it, like, you know, somewhere, because I usually used to use it at my desk, but it's not at my desk at the moment, so I don't know where it is, but I have used that one 30 times. Then if you go down the list, I have a MAC lipstick in the shade Angel, which is a light kind of pink shade. It looks like this, and this is how much I have left of it. I'm actually wearing this today. This is the lip product that I'm wearing today, together with one of the lip liners, and I have used this one 3 times, but it's not enough to make a new line, so I'm not going to show you my paper. Then we have the Colourpop lipsticks in the shade She Bad, which is a really kind of light nude tone. You can see it right there. This one is a bit smushed in the tube, so I'm not going to roll it up because I did that once and it's really difficult to get back in. So I didn't actually mark this either at the introduction, but I have used this one twice. Then we have my liquid lipstick that I have in the product. I only have one, and this is the Sephora lip cream in the shade number 25, which is this beautiful terracotta shade. I have used this one twice again, but I can't mark it and I'm not weighing this, but I'm happy that I did get some use out of it because I know this is going to take a lot of effort to finish. Then we have two lip liners that I actually have used. We have my MAC lip liner in Soar, which I have used 4 times, and it's quite a deep kind of nude shade, as you can see right there. Yeah, I have used this one twice. Then we have the lip liner in Hip and Happy, again from MAC, and it is a beautiful kind of light pink, as you can see. You can see it right there. And this is actually the lip liner that I'm wearing together with Angel today. And I'm going to show you the paper and the movement on these two lip liners, because I have actually been able to mark these two again. So you can see here, I'm marking it this way. We have here the lip liner Soar. You can see there's a little bit of movement there, not too much. I haven't been able to sharpen it yet, but there is some movement. And then down here you have Hip and Happy, and again you can see there's a little bit of movement, not too much, but there is something. So when it comes to replacing my Focus lip product, which was the Chanel lipstick that I finished, I have actually decided to roll in the lip liner in Hip and Happy from MAC, which is this beautiful kind of light baby pink, I would say. And again, I am wearing this today as a lip liner, but I have MAC Angel with it. But the reason why I'm rolling this in now is because it's a very springtime color. I would only really wear these kind of lip products in spring, so that's why I'm rolling it in. And since I don't have too much left of this lip liner, I'm hoping to go through it maybe even in 2 months time if I can. So that's going to be the next Focus lipstick that I'm rolling in. So to sum up, my 5 Focus lip products are these 5 right here. We have that lip liner I just mentioned, we have Colourpop Mirror Mirror, which is the lipsticks, we have MAC Plumful, and then the 2 Revlon lip butters in the shade Pink Truffle and Sweet Tart. So those are going to be my 5 Focus lip products, and with that we're going to wrap up my Project Pan part of this video and move into the lipsticks that I rolled in for the rotation part. So we have the products that I rolled in right here. There's 10 of them. There's a lip balm as well that wasn't in here, but I just happened to have it in the same container. So with these, like I said, it was 10 products. I'm just going to briefly go through them and tell you what I thought about them and how I rate them. I'm not going to go too in depth with them at this time. I just want to go through how I rated them. So the first one I have is Colourpop Lipsticks in the shade Siggy, which is a beautiful kind of orangey toned brownie nude. Again, I kind of like a terracotta. It's not, I mean, it's a deep nude, but it's still kind of a nude color. It's quite similar to the liquid lipstick that I have on Sephora, which I talked about before. But I really like this lip product, and it's a beautiful color, although it's not something that I would reach for every day. But when I do wear it, I really like it. So because of that, I rated it a 4. Then next up we have my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Loyalist, which is a really nice nude shade. You can see it right there. And this one was a really easy one to reach for. It went with, I wore it twice I think, and it went beautifully with looks that I wore. And also this is a formula that I really enjoy. It's a super nice kind of, it's more of a sticky liquid lipstick, but it's not as drying, and it lasts for such a long time on the lips. And because of that, I rated this 4 again. We have 2 Rouge Edition Velvets from Bourjois. The first one is number 4, which looks like more of a kind of neutral orangey shade in the tube, but it's actually a bit deeper. You may be able to see it right there. This one is another shade that I really enjoyed. It's a bit more of a brighter shade, but I think this would be beautiful especially in summer, but I even enjoyed wearing it now. And again, I rated this 4. I have a lot of 4s this month, just giving a heads up. And then the other one, which is in the shade 9, and this one in 4, let's see, that one was called Peach Club, and then the one in 9 is Happy New Year. And this one again I rated a 4 because I really like this color. It's like a really nice dusty pink, and both of these have a really beautiful formula. They're like that kind of mousse texture, and they are a bit like matte, but more of a kind of like a blurred matte, not like a matte liquid lipstick, if that makes sense. And I really like the formula of these two, and I really like the color of both of them, which is why I rated them 4. Next up we have, I think actually my only 5 from this past month, and that is actually my lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Super Size Me. This one is actually quite similar to Soar, but Soar is a little bit deeper, which makes it not as nice, and I really feel like I much prefer this one because it is a little bit lighter and it's not as jarring on my lips. But I really enjoy this. It's a beautiful like deeper nude, but it's not, like I said, too deep, and because of that I rated this 5, and I really like this, and I'm definitely gonna start reaching for this lip liner more once I finish this project up, because I really fell in love wearing this over the past month. Then we have my YSL Kiss and Blush in the shade number 1, which is like obviously like a duo for like cheek and lip products. And this one I rated a 4 again, because again it's a bit of a more blotted kind of effect on the lips, and I do really like it, although it looks like a really bright pink in here because it is a bit of a more blotted kind of sheer formula. It doesn't show up as bright on the lips, but it's a beautiful, I mean it is quite bright still, but it's not like bang in your face. It's more of a like a subtle bright lip, if that makes sense, and that's why I rated this a 4. I actually misspoke before. I have one more that I rated 5, and that is my Catkin lipstick in the shade CO150. This one is a beautiful like orangey nude, as you can see right here. I really like this, and it's a very kind of unique tone in my collection because it is like that really orangey nude, but it's again not very deep. Like for example Siggy right here, it's much deeper, which is why I prefer this one. It's just, I don't know, it's just a nice orangey nude that goes really well with like warm tone eye looks, and I think it's going to be absolutely stunning in summer, especially when I'm a bit more tanned. But yeah, I did rate this one a 5 because I absolutely love this color. So we have 3 to go, and the next 2 I also rated both of them 4. The first one is my Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Rose Wine. This one was a really nice shade again. It was more of a orange tone as well, as you can see, but this one has a bit more of a rosy tone to it, hence the name. It's not as pure orange as some of the other lipsticks that I showed you, but I really enjoy this, and I did rate it a 4. Then lastly, for a 4 we have the Rouge Coco Shine from Chanel in the shade Mighty, which again looks really bright in the tube, but this is a really sheer lipstick, and it just shows up as a really sheer kind of wash of color on the lips, and it's really moisturizing as well, which is why I really like this formula and this color, which is why I'm rating it a 4, because yeah, it just looks nice and it's also a really good formula. So that is the last 4. And then we have one lip product this month that I rated a 3, and that is my Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Naked Rose, and this is one of her Minneapolis lip glosses, and this one is it's a really beautiful color. I really like the color of this, but it's very sparkly and it shows up a bit more metallic on the lips. I don't mind it, I really like it still. Like, I mean, a 3 is still better than like average, I guess. Like a 2.5 would be like average, so 3 is still on the better side of things rather than like 2 or below. But I mean, it's not my absolute favorite thing. Well, I guess 3 is kind of run of the mill, I guess, or in the middle, because you can do 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, 5. So I guess it is somewhere in the middle. But I would say if it's 3 and above, it's still good, and if it's 2 or 1, then it's something that I might even consider decluttering. But I do like this, but it's just not something that I would reach for on an everyday basis, and that is why it's a 3. Again, the color is absolutely stunning, but it's just the shimmer in here that just throws me off a little bit, and that is why it's a 3. But I'm definitely gonna hold on to this still because I do like it, and the formula is absolutely amazing. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and pull in my new 10 randomized lip products, and I do have my big bag right here with all my lip products, and you can see that why I need to go through and get rid of some of my lip products as well as use some up, because this is a massive bag of lip products. So I'm literally just gonna go in here and pick 10 things out. I'm not gonna look, I'm just gonna put my hand in and I pick 10 things. And since I kind of put these in, by the way, I had them in my containers, similar brands are in a similar spot, so I need to kind of dig around when I pick some stuff. But I'm just going to go ahead and start. So the first one I got is actually another Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and this one is in the shade Pillow Talk, so that's going to be the first product. The second one is going to be another MAC lipstick, and this one is in the shade Heroine, which is a beautiful purple, as you can see right there. That's the second lip product. The third lip product, if I can get my hand in my bag, is going to be my actually Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and this one is in the shade So 90s, which is a beautiful brownie nude. That is the third one. The fourth one is going to be my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Antwerp. We have my fifth one, and my fifth lipstick is going to be my Revlon, what it is called, the writing has rubbed off, but I think it's like Kissable Balm Stain, right? I think that's what they're called. And this one is in the shade Lovesick. We have the sixth one, which is going to be one of my, oh god, this is going to be difficult one to wear now in spring. Well, like, I mean, we're still in February, so maybe it will work. But this is one of their Matte X lipsticks in the shade Back Up, which is a really deep purple, as you can see. Let's go ahead and pick another one. Another one of my lipsticks from Colourpop, and this one is in the shade Upside Down, and it is definitely a more kind of appropriate shade for the season. I mean, it's a bit more summery, I guess, than spring, but that is what it looks like. It's a really nice kind of creamsicle shade. So we have 3 more to go. We have my lip gloss from Revlon, and this is in the shade Adorned. That is going to be my 8th product. Then we have, if we can go digging a bit in my bag, we have one of my Chanel lipsticks again, and this one is in the shade number 2, which is a bit of a kind of deeper red right there. So the very final product is going to be, I'm trying to dig a bit further down so I don't get all of the one from the top, and that's actually one of my lip glosses, and this is one of my lifted glosses from Maybelline in the shade Topaz. So that's going to be the final lip product that I'm going to pull in. So I swatched all of my randomized lip products out. You can see I have a big mix of colors, a lot of purple and pinks, but let's go through them. The first one here is MAC Heroine, then we have Upside Down by Colourpop, then here we have Back Up by Colourpop, and this one right here is Antwerp by NYX, and then lastly on that row we have So 90s from Charlotte Tilbury. Then for the second row right here we have the Chanel lipstick in number 2. Here we have my Revlon lipstick in Adorned, no wait, what was it called? What is it called? It is called Lovesick, that's it. And the lip gloss is called Adorn, which is this one right here. And then next to that we have the lifted gloss in Topaz, and then right here we have the lip liner in Pillow Talk. So those are my randomized lip products for this next month. I'm gonna go through and wear all of these in the next month. I tried just to wear them maybe once or twice just to get a feel of them and then rate them from that. But it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely not all kind of springy toned shades, but I definitely think I can wear them, and I think all of these pink and purples and reds works pretty well for like a Valentine's season. So I think that's perfect for February, I guess. But that is it for today. I know this is already a long video, so I'm gonna wrap it up right here. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.